Ooh, good morning, market snappers. Welcome back. This is Jesse. We're getting started right at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right on the dot as usual. A couple seconds past, but right on the dot as usual. If you're new to the live stream, awesome. Welcome. And if you're returning, even better. Good to see you back. Woo! Taco Tuesday. Here we go. Got everything going. Mike's good. Everything's good. Yep. Background. Let's go. Cool. Help me, help you, help me with the algorithms. Smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and repost. Share with your family and friends. Throw in a quick comment and or an emoji or whatever, and we will practice what we preach over here. So let's go over here like this. Boom. And hit the like button, hit the repost button, and throw in a quick emoji at the very least. Help me out. Appreciate it. And let's go back over to the Bitcoin chart. The day isn't over. But we're looking at a potential bearish engulfing candle on Bitcoin's daily chart. So we'll cover that. Let's see. Unpin from profile. Is the Bitcoin bounce over? Is the Bitcoin bounce over? That's what we're going to cover here today. We've been covering Bitcoin and altcoins and stocks and futures every day in the live stream. This is like our fourth week or something in a row. I'd have to look back, but first half of the live stream, we will cover Bitcoin, altcoins, stocks. Second half of the live stream, we will cover your chart requests. So make sure to put in ticker symbol, the name of the asset, and also the asset class, because some of the ticker symbols overlap with crypto and stock. So we don't want to spend a lot of time searching for it. Let's just find it quickly, chart it for you, and move on from there. So I don't know. I have no idea. That's what the power of AI or Google search or whatever. Okay. All right. Yep. All right, cool. So we're looking at the Bitcoin daily chart. And you can see here, this is looking like the bounce could be over, right? The bounce had a nice bounce to 107,500, but got rejected off of it, right? Got rejected off of this pivot point over here. This is a pivot low. This is a lower low, right? So a lower low, and it just got rejected off of that area multiple times. 1, 2, 3. So whatever was support has now flipped into resistance. Woo! Hello. Welcome back. Ficos 83. Ficos. However, I pronounce it incorrectly. There's bearish engulfing candle over here. Price went lower. You could find times where it didn't go lower. It's not 100%, but this bearish engulfing candle, it did wick lower first. So technically it did. Bearish engulfing candle went lower. Bearish engulfing candle went lower, right? So you could find times where it doesn't work out, just like in anything. There's no 100% on a strategy unless you're doing like higher time frame trading with very, very tiny little scalps. Then you could get it to like 100%. But other than that, and I'm talking about automated trading, target 4 is Bitcoin. I'll show you target 4 here very shortly. So we're going to get into all that. We're going to cover it. Don't worry. We usually spend a lot of time on Bitcoin and then look at everything else as well. But yep. So We don't have any affiliate links or we've never made $1 off affiliate, even though I get direct messaged pretty much daily from exchanges, from crypto, from blah blah blah, and I've never taken $1 from it. So because I don't work there. I'm not a part of it, so I don't know if they're truly a good company or not. So I stay clear, stay clear. So, however, today is brought to you by Market Sniper Pro, right? It's official. It's official. We've released 2 trading bots to the public so far. These are the first of many bots with 100% full automation capabilities, right? So, Sharpshooter Candle Strategy 4.21, Market Sniper Sharpshooter RSI 3.2, and for the Market Snipers, we've just rolled out our dashboard, right? So it's a dashboard in the works. It's in the making, and it's going to be included into the $49. I haven't even added to the website yet of the list of things, but if you were to sign up today for $49, you get the two trading bots, and then it's going to say on here check mark dashboard included. So you're going to get a trading and investing dashboard that we're actively working on. Shout out to Alex, who's helping me out with it. He's bringing my ideas to life that coders couldn't bring to life 2 years ago for me. It was over 2 years ago. It was August 2023. And he brought it to life. So shout out to Alex. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So it will be added on here, included into the $49 per month. So as we continue to add additional trading bots, as we add the dashboard, as we add these other tools that are going to be coming out soon, the price isn't going to stay $49. So you're getting in early as we are rolling all this out. So the rollout is not as streamlined, but it's getting more streamlined every day. You can manage your subscription online. You can, once you have the login, you'll have access to the dashboard. It's, whatever email you put in to buy it, right? To purchase, whatever email you use the same email for dashboard and to manage your subscription. Otherwise, you won't get access. It's all based off of the same email that you use for billing. So once you have that same email for billing, you'll be able to create an account with the dashboard. It'll give you access with as long as the emails match up, and you'll gain access to the 2 trading bots. You'll gain access to the Discord, how to set it up, all that stuff. And then, of course, if you want to fast track it, the learning curve and all that, you can set up a 1-hour call with Alex, and he'll knock that out. Probably takes him about 45 minutes to hold your hand and walk you through it, A to Z, everything. And then the last 15 minutes, you can ask questions and all that stuff like that. So, yep. So that's that. The dashboard rolling out. There's the website. It's not even on the dashboard's not even on here yet. So we're going to be adding the dashboard here as a feature. Wait, what? The dashboard's here. Oh, just kidding. Yeah. So dashboard, track performance, analyze trades. This is included into the $49. So we just got to add it to the products, right? Or the home. Daily performance calendar, all that stuff. Let's see. Dashboard. Yeah, let's see. I wonder if you could see this over here. If I bring it over, right? Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, getting everything over there. Oh yeah, you can see it. Okay, cool. There's a journal. You can add the trade manually. Journal, trade log. You can input your strategies. So just getting everything migrated over. And as eventually it's going to be all API, right? It's going to be all API, but we want to get out the basic version, and you can export your trades. TradeStation's been kind of difficult so far. So you could see from the strategy tester, you could see the same trades on TradingView. So TradeStation, you'll have to like input each trade manually for right now. And then of course we're going to move to all API connection, stuff like that. So that's the dashboard. It's just the beginning. There's going to be so many tools on here that we're excited for, and then also other tools outside the dashboard. And it's just going to all work together. And the more tools we bring on, eventually the price is going to have to go up. But right now, it's included into the $49. The 2 trading bots are included in the $49. The Discord, all that stuff is all on there, right? So $49 and you get all of that, or $490 for the year, right? Save $98. So with that, let's get back to it. Just want to talk about that real quick. Hey, Gert Jan Tenhove, what's up? Yeah, so there we go. Potential bearish engulfing candle on the daily chart. Is the bounce over? Right? Is the bounce over? No, we didn't think price is going to go back up and make a new all-time high, right? Why? Not just because I'm bearish. I'm not even bearish. The charts are bearish, right? The higher time frames are rolling over. If you look at the weekly chart continues downward. Had the lowest weekly candle close since June, right? Took out this pivot point over here at 108. And before it closed below, when price is up here, we talked about that. Bulls would not want to see a weekly candle close below 108,200-ish. And on Sunday, it closed below at 104,500-ish. And now it's at 103,500-ish. The new weekly candle started with the wick, and now it's down here, right? So we're seeing follow through. So after there was a sell signal, the weekly chart bounced back up. We didn't trust it. It was below the trending dots, and then had another sell signal, and then this weekly candle close was below here, and that was the confirmation of the lower high with a lower low. So it's already happened, right? It's already happened. Yet some are still calling for $135,000 Bitcoin. Some are still calling for $150,000 Bitcoin. Some are still hoping for $180,000 Bitcoin. By the end of the year, we have 57 days remaining. Bitcoin is some are calling for $200,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year, $250,000 Bitcoin, $500,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year. I don't know if they still are, but if they are, Bitcoin has never increased a $2 trillion market cap within 57 days, ever in the history of Bitcoin. Has never increased a $2 trillion market cap within 57 days. The fastest is $1 trillion multiple times, and it took at least 3 months. It took at least 90 days to gain $1 trillion market cap. So is this time different? I don't think so. So that's a weekly chart. If you look at it, like I said, the sell signal battled back up. Do we trust it? No. Trending dots are rolling over as well. The weekly sell signal here took out this pivot point, and it's going lower, right? The 2-week chart closed below the trending dots, right? Closed below the trending dots. Price came back up, retested it, and is resuming lower as of right now. 3-week chart bounced off the trending dots, bounced off the trending dots, bounced off the trending dots. You get a candle close below the trending dots on the 3-week chart, and that's another confirmation that it's a bear market, right? You can see it bounced here, it bounced here, it bounced, and then once it closed below, it came back to the 200-week moving average. You get a 3-week candle close below here, and most likely you're going to come back and see the 200-week moving average at 55,000, right? Talked about it, covered it in real time, even before the 3-week chart happened. Before this candle closed, it was a bearish engulfing candle. And then would we see follow through? Bearish engulfing candle, we saw follow through, right? Bearish engulfing candle, we saw follow through. Bearish engulfing candle, we saw follow through. So it's already happened. And now the 6 days remain on the 3-week chart. You know, that's where we're at, right? That's where we're at. So we'll see what happens. Monthly chart, right? Monthly chart looks like it's coming back to the trending dots. The trending dots are currently at 90,000. If you trajectory of the trending dots probably be at 93,000 by next month, by the start of next month. So most likely going to retest the trending dots, and then again close below it. I mean, once it hit the trending dots on the monthly, it was like it bounced, but it was still the bear market, right? Did not retest the trending dots on the monthly. Did not, will it, right? So if it does, it's probably going to look more like this bear market again, right? So, and if we go over to the RSI monthly, you have all this bearish divergence, right? All this bearish divergence. See RSI sell signal, and that's it, right? That's it. Additional confirmation. Longer term bearish divergence on the 3-week chart, 2-week chart, longer term bearish divergence, pending RSI sell signal on the 2-week chart. Weekly chart, longer term bearish divergence, a lower high followed by a lower low on the weekly chart, right? So, you know, several reasons why the top is in. How are we doing over here? Oof. Dear Jesse, can you please retire this chart? Dear Jesse, this is tiny support over here. Tiny support. Got a little bit of a bounce, a tiny bounce off of tiny support. This was a battle, right? This was a battle. 108, 110,000 was a battle. Battle. Breakdown of that, right? Bounce back up to 107,500. Back test of that battle, and you know. So we're still watching it. Posted this chart originally October 8th. Here we talked about on the 10th, would we see a bounce? We did. Over here on the 17th, would we see a bounce? We did. Over here, tiny bounce again, came back down, tiny support, gave a tiny bounce. And as the higher time frames are rolling over, target 4, 3 out of 4 targets have been hit so far. Target 4, the probabilities are increasing that target 4 will also get hit. So target 4 actually lines up with this doodling, right? The doodling, fractal, squiggly lines line up between 92 and $95,000 is target 4, right? So if we go back over to the daily chart, you can see the daily chart got rejected off of the trending dots and is pushing back down. So here we are. Oh, that's longer term one. Those are longer term targets. Here's target 3 and target 4, right? Target 3 found support so far. Right? The probabilities are increasing that target 4 also gets hit based off of higher time frames. You start closing below target 3, start closing below, hasn't closed below $100,000 yet. Once you see price close below on daily candle and then the weekly candle, the probabilities really increase that we're going to see Bitcoin hit target 4. So candle closes below 100,000. It has not closed. It's wicked below 3 times now when looking at the daily chart. So it's wicked below 3 times, but once you get candle closes below $100,000 psychological level and target 3, right? And target 3 and this pivot point over here, small support, tiny support over here. Once it breaks below that and starts getting candle closes below $100,000 psychological number, then we see target 4. So then we'll find out if it's going to bounce or rally after target 4. And then you start getting candle. If we start to see candle closes below target 4, I mean, that would basically be your that would be another level of confirmation that we're in a bear market. Cordoba. What's up, Jose? Marquez. Where's that at? I have no idea where that is. I have no idea. Where is it nearby? Like, I know, like, obviously, I know Cabo, been there before. I know Mazatlan, I've been there before. I don't even know if that's Mexico, to be honest. But Mexico City, I've been there before. Tijuana, I've been there before. Puerto Penasco, I've been there before, aka Rocky Point. Cancun, I've been there before. Bacalar, I've been there before. Tulum, I've driven through there before to get to Bacalar. And Belize, which is only 2.5 hours from Bacalar, very close to Mexico, but not Mexico. Oh, Argentina. I'm not even close. No, I haven't. One of my closest buddies, Mr. Win, no, not Nguyen, Win, is in Vietnam right now. He was born there, but he fled Vietnam in the 70s with his mom on a fishing boat. He was in my wedding, and he fled on a fishing boat, and they got picked up by a boat liner, and then a family in San Francisco sponsored them to come from an island over to the U.S., and he's been here ever since. So, but he's visiting Vietnam, and then he's going to be in he's single, by the way. He's visiting Vietnam and Thailand for a month. So shout out to my boy, Mr. Win. No, I've never been there. He said he loves it. But he says it's too hot for him. Argentina. Yeah, I wasn't even close. I was thinking Mexico, but not even close. So all the places I mentioned that I've been to in Mexico was for nothing. So cool. Awesome. So yeah, Bitcoin, 3 out of 4 targets have been hit so far. And that a candle close like this today would not be looking good. And then, of course, getting back into target 3, getting back to the $100,000 level, and you get a candle close below 100,000, we're gonna have to put on the $94,000 Bitcoin watch party again. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's the daily chart. We covered the weekly chart. We covered it all. So the Bitcoin weekly chart, come back over here like that, like so. And this is based off the Heikinashi, right? Had even the sell signal on the Heikinashi. Yep, that's what we're continuing to watch. Longer term target one's been hit so far. And then we have these longer term targets over here. So did I draw out a possible a possible head and shoulders? If so, yeah, it looks awesome. Of course, I've seen many videos and pictures and stuff like that. And he said the cost is very cheap compared to the US. Yeah, to visit it would be awesome. I wouldn't be able to move there just because I would want to stay close to family and stuff like that. But I already feel like I'm too far away with the 5.5 hour drive from a lot of my family and a 3.5 hour flight to the rest of them. Already feels too far away. And that allows us to see them 4 to 5 times per year, even with the 16-month-old. But I wouldn't be able to live that far away. But to visit, that'd be kind of cool. Maybe when the baby's older, but not right now. It's already a challenge to go a 5.5 hour drive with her. We have to wait till she's sleeping, and it's already a challenge to do a 3.5 hour flight plus drive time if we go to Minnesota, but or to Florida maybe, or Northern California to see my wife's parents. So it's already a challenge. It already makes me tired thinking about it. She just gets restless. She's very active. I think that's about it. Oh, the range. We're out of this range. We're in the old range. We've been in the old range, right? So we're back in this range. And if you're a range guy, range. We're back in the range. We're back in the range. If you're a range guy, wouldn't you say it would retest this range over here, right? So eventually, would we see a retest of this range? If it drops out of this range and comes back into this range, wouldn't it come back down to this range over here at the 200-week moving average and back to $1 trillion, right? It's going in the wrong direction. So all these bottom callers, all these big accounts calling for new all-time highs, all these accounts calling for $3 trillion Bitcoin, all these accounts calling for $4 trillion Bitcoin by the end of this year, 57 more days. We're going in the wrong direction. Could it reverse and go in the upward direction? Yes, we could, but like it took on the other times, it took 12, 13, 14 weeks for the ship to get turned around. Ship is not turning around as of right now. The ship is heading in the wrong direction of $4 trillion. The ship is heading in the wrong direction of hitting $3 trillion market cap. The ship is trending towards the bottom of this old range, which would be about 1.5 trillion, right? Breaks out of there, right? Of course, it could rally, right? So if it comes back down like this, get that couple month rally. Let's see. Let's kind of bounce. like that, right? So it's possible we see something like that. And that's where kind of like the idea of, is that a head and shoulders, right? And that shoulder is lower than over here. It doesn't bounce as high as people would hope. Maybe it even, comes down, wicks below it, gets the bears really excited, and then comes up like this, and then comes back down. If I were to redraw it, back test, and then down like that, right? So probably look like some more like that. However it plays out, right? However it plays out, probably more something like probably like that. And if you were to do that, if you've been watching me for any length of time, my thoughts on patterns and prices working out. I mean, that's pretty low. I don't think that's going to happen. But the bears would think that it's coming down to below 700 billion. That would be pretty low. So I'm not expecting that. But in the past, it's gone about 30% below the 200-week moving average. So it's possible. It's possible. But as of right now, it's out of this range and it's back into this old range that started back in November, right? So here we are, 12 months later, 1 year later, we're back into this range. We're not making new all-time highs right now. It's heading in the wrong direction. See, 932. Okay. All right, let's go. What else? Yep. So that's Bitcoin dropping 103,200. Ethereum has hit 4 out of 4 targets to the downside so far. I'll go ahead. The buy signal. Is it back testing? Will it hit more than one target? Or was that it? Is there going to be a bounce? I don't know. Is it going to bounce more than this? We don't know. Yet. It would be nice to see a nice bounce on some of these altcoins, if not a mini alt season, blah, blah, blah. But we don't know if it'll happen or not. As of right now, some of them just look to be getting rejected, right? Pending sell signal on Bitcoin dominance as of right now. We talked about it. We covered it. I put this idea out back here. Could we see Bitcoin dominance come all the way up to 60.87? Actually spiked up to 63.5. Could we see it come all the way up to 61.82%? It actually went to 63.5. Could it come all the way up to 62.87%? Actually came up to 63.5%. So if there is a lower high that gets put in and starts to break down to come all the way down to target 2 or target 3, then we could see a mini alt season or possibly even a full alt season. Too early to call it as of yet. Too early to call it. But on the daily chart, it did break down. It does have a pending sell signal. It's possible it battles all the way back up till the end of the year and then maybe a breakdown. And that would kind of line up with the idea that Bitcoin continues to break down through the end of the year. And then maybe there's like a 45, 60, 80-day rally for Bitcoin. And that's when we see a mini altcoin season for 2 to 3 months or full alt season, right? So, and by the way, obviously none of this is financial advice. Obviously it's for educational purposes only, and hopefully have a little bit of fun along the way. And so we don't have a magic crystal ball. This is pure speculation. Ooh, J-O for sure. J.K. Queen. Mhm. We can look at it. What's the name of it? So that's the ticker symbol. Because there's a U stock, but this is a 4U stock. Yeah, what's the name of the stock? We can take a look at it for sure. What else? What else? What else? All right, let's get back to it. So that's the Bitcoin dominance. It's energy stock. How's baby go? Good, 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 good. No, we did. We went as a family team of golfers. Well, I was the Ryder Cup golfing captain, and the baby had a Masters golfing outfit on, and the wife dressed up as a golfer too. So we just went as golfers. Energy fuels. Okay. Yeah, we'll come back to it. We'll circle back. Let's look at the dollar. Still at target one. The dollar is still at target one. Had the bullish divergence, had the double wick bottom, broke out of the downward trend line, and still at target one, has not hit target two yet, or target three or target four. The VIX still below the 200-week moving average. Has only hit two out of four targets to the upside so far. MicroStrategy. Oof. Man, a lot of people faded the canary in the coal mine. It was in a bear market, right? The top was in. I talked about it way back in November. Is the top in based off the daily chart? It's way too early. Yep. Two of my favorite games, right? Golf. I was obsessed when I was in the teenage years, and chess. Been playing that since I was like 5. My dad never let me win till I finally beat my dad once when I was 16, and now by the time it was my first win against him was I was 16, and then it was like back and forth. Who's the champ? Who's the champ? Who's the family champ? And then by early 20s, he stopped wanting to play. Crazy how it works out, right? I kept at it for 10 years, even though he beat me, and I hated losing. But once I started beating him every time in my early 20s, he stopped wanting to play. Interesting. Now I feel bad when I play him. Like, he doesn't even want to play anymore. He's getting older. He's in his 70s now, so it's not a fair fight. But he taught me the basics, and then I self-taught myself, like all my moves now. It's all self-taught. Never read a chess book. So same with golf, self-taught. I used to subscribe to Golf Digest when I was a kid, and I would look at Golf Digest and then swing train myself in the mirror, and then go out to the driving range because we didn't have money for coaches and stuff. So there we go. So the canary in the coal mine for Bitcoin, it was in the last bear market. It was on pumps to the upside, and it's been in a bear market for a year. And then pointed out the Adam and Eve double top pattern back in September. And here we are. We had a weekly candle close last week below the confirmation line, and now it's breaking down. It's heading right towards the 200-week moving average. So it was down 59%. I actually thought about that. I actually thought about that. So what's his name? Matt. Matt Quantum Matt challenged me on X. He's got like 60,000 followers or whatever, or 50,000 or 40,000. I don't know. Quantum Matt, super smart Quantum Matt challenged me. I'm like, I don't know, Matt. I have a pretty high rating. I don't, he's like, I don't care. I wouldn't mind learning from you. I'm like, okay. So he challenged me, and he lost. Quantum Matt lost. So that was the only online challenge I've had from crypto Twitter, and he lost. I once was over a 2,000 rating in my early 20s. My highest rating in my 40s recently was above 1,900. I can take down 1,900 players. I have to be like on, but I think I'm in the mid 1,800. I don't know. I haven't looked in a while, but 1,800s consistently. So yeah. Anyways, let's get back to it. The canary in the coal mine weekly chart. The top was in a year ago. This weekly candle close not only closed below the confirmation line, like the Adam and Eve double top pattern, but it took out that pivot point, right? That I'm more interested in it closing below there than this pattern that I posted on the chart back in September, 2 months ago. I'm more interested or it's more significant to me that the weekly closed below this pivot point than this whole pattern. I just put out the pattern because it's not just me saying it. It's, there's patterns out there that is playing out in real time. So that's the canary in the coal mine. Chalk up another reason why Bitcoin's heading into a bear market. The canary in the coal mine has been in a bear market for 12 months and the bottom is not in. It's in fact signaling that it confirmed that the bottom is not in, right? So what else? How is HODL or these Bitcoin ETFs doing? Let's see. It's all messed up now. My watch list is so messed up right now. It's been like that for a week. I just need to go back and reorganize it. There's only so much time in the day. Google, gold, flat. NASDAQ is down. SP 500. Where is HODL? I don't know. We'll come back to it. We'll circle back. Let's see. NVIDIA is down 3%. Is that a lower high? Is that a back test? Break back down? Maybe. Too early to say. Tesla, another pending sell signal. Drew that out, back tested the trailing dots, and now pushed back down, right? Pushed back down. So, came down, bounced back up, and now it's pushing back down. Right? So pending sell signal again on Tesla. One target has been hit so far. SMCI. Oof. PLTR. Holding on to the trailing dots. Holding on to the upward trend line. But for how long? ANF. TQQQQQQQQ. Meta. QQQQQQQ. NASDAQ. Google. Dollar. Microsoft. IWM. Trending dots are trending downward. Russell 2000. Amazon flat. SPY flat. I mean, you couldn't get any more flat. 0.00%. Can't get any more flat. Apple's up. Oh, we found one that's actually up on the day. SQQQ. So let's see what else. Where's HODL at? Let's find it. Let's look for it. Let's look for it. HODL. Yep. Yep. Breaking back down. You got more gaps to fill. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Was that the Head and Shoulders on HODL? Yep. Looks like it. Looks like a Head and Shoulders. Let's see. Blue. Got too much yellow on here. Let's change it to blue. Whew. Another one to see that lags. BTC is blocked. Okay. Cool. Yep. So yeah, watching this looks like a Head and Shoulders pattern. Same with Bitcoin too, and hasn't retested this yellow line forever. HODL is going to retest this yellow line, which is probably around target 4. And so most likely Bitcoin's also going to hit target 4, right? So hasn't hit this yellow line in a very, very long time. And now it's trending towards it very quickly. So the yellow line is going to get hit. It's going to get retested. That's where target 4 is on Bitcoin as well. Around that area visually, right? Also where the HODL gaps are. VanEck Bitcoin ETF, HODL, all that stuff lines up with the Head and Shoulders, all that stuff. So odds are, right? Odds are. So I think that's about it. Let's go check out let's see, the chart requests. Bitcoin dominance, Argentina, Vietnam. All right. You. All right, stocks, energy fuels. Thanks for all the details. Now we know. There we go. Let's see. Stock for long, looking to DCA in. So it's bearish on the daily chart. That was a massive move, right? Massive move all the way back 600%. So that might have been the top, right? It's bearish on the daily chart. It's coming back to the trending dots on the weekly chart. RSI sell signal on the weekly chart. 2-week chart is all the way down here below $10. Pending RSI sell signal on the 2-week chart. 3-week chart doesn't look really good as of right now. Still currently bullish, but you can see there's bullish divergence. There's no bearish divergence on the higher time frames yet, which there could be, but maybe not. The trending dots are all the way down here by the 200-week moving average at 731. And the trending dots on the monthly chart all the way down here, the 200-week moving average as well at, call it 715 to 731. But they're still bullish on the higher time frames, but bearish on the daily chart, and the weekly chart has pending RSI sell signal. So the bottom might not be in, and it'd be a kind of a wait and see, right? It'd be kind of a wait and see. You'd want to wait to see higher probability of a reversal. The higher time frames start to flip around. Could take weeks. Right? So this lines up with trending dots as well. So however it plays out is you see the trending dots coming down like this, right? However it plays out, it'd be waiting for something like that. However it plays out. It's possible. Right? There you go. That'd be pretty much a round trip from here. Triangle. Right? You get the triangle. Woo. So probably want to be patient on that one, and whether that's obviously not financial advice, but start to get back above the trending dots, start to get back above the downward trend line, get a buy signal, all that stuff, and that would be kind of like the way to look for like the next breakout or the next bounce would be something like that. So doesn't mean it couldn't come back in for a retest of the trending dots at any point, right? This is just what I'm seeing right now. So hopefully that helps. Argentina. Nice. Another one. Nice. Got $12 from $5. Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So $5 to $12. Okay. Left a little bit on the table, right? Left a little bit on the table. The weekly chart. Right? So yeah, you left a little bit on the table, but hey, never gonna make fun of someone for locking in 124% gain, right? What else? Oh, I already covered it. I covered the whole first half of the live stream. The first 30 minutes is all Bitcoin. The first 30 minutes was all Bitcoin. So yeah, I already covered it. You got it. You might just be late to the live stream, but yeah, I covered Bitcoin for the first 30 minutes. Big Ryan, looking at most daily charts, seeing a lot of textbook reversals. W, I think we see a breakout across the board and higher, but yeah. Yeah, sounds like it, Ryan. Sounds like you are. You don't want to be a perma bear and you don't want to be a perma bull. Yes, over time, a perma bull pays off more than a perma bear, but still, if you were a perma bull on Intel of the .com bubble, and you bought at the top or you held from the top, you still are holding a losing position, right? So, and that's 25 years later. So it still has not made a new all-time high, even despite new news that the new fundamentals and new partnerships and blah blah blah, right? Still has not made a new all-time high. So, what else? What else? SQD. I've never done that one before. Is there any chart history on it? If there's not a lot of chart history, then Probably won't spend too much time on it because there's not much really to help out with. Can't add too much value. SQD. Oh my gosh. SQD USDT. May 2024 on Bybit. Okay. Could see a bounce in the near future. That's the daily chart. No buy signals as of yet. And the trending dots in the weekly chart are up there at 13 cents. So maybe it bounces to there. Maybe it spikes higher, just like all these wicks up here. Kind of conflicting. You can see that there is bullish divergence on the weekly chart getting picked up by the indicator. At the same time, there's a RSI pending sell signal, and it's below the trending dots. So could see a bounce on the daily chart in the near future, but maybe that's just coming back up for a retest of the trending dots, which is 49% bounce. Maybe it spikes above it, right? So possible. So if you got that at, call it 13 cents. So the weekly trending dots are right here at 13 cents. So I can see if it does bounce here, then probably do like target 1, eyeball test, target 2, target 3, maybe target 4, and just spikes up and then comes back down, right? So similar to over here, spike up, come back down, spike up, come back down, and then bleed, right? So that's about it. Weekly chart. Don't even have enough chart history for the 2-week chart, probably. 2-week chart is bearish. That's the trending dots are at 14 cents. So it could be a bounce scenario. Flip the higher time frames around, and then we'd be looking at talking about the bounce turning into like something else, right? But maybe a bounce until proven otherwise. It just doesn't look great, right? That's the 3-week chart. Bearish on all time frames, basically. So, but maybe a bounce to start. Hopefully that helps. What else? I think that's about it. So we're right at 1 hour. Oh, good timing. With that, I think we're going to call it here. Hope everyone has a good rest of your day, and we'll continue to sniper the markets together, especially on this fabulous Taco Tuesday. And but we won't be having tacos today. Had tacos yesterday. Chips, salsa, guacamole, all that stuff yesterday. So I'm all I've got my fix. So we had Taco Tuesday day early yesterday. So with that, hope everyone has a good rest of your day, and we'll continue sniping the markets together, and we'll see you on the next live stream tomorrow. So thank you. Adios.